This is your source for local news in the Heartland. This is KTBO's Good Morning Heartland.
Welcome back. It is 6:25 with fall right around the corner. Many of our favorite, along with some new TV shows, will be starting up this season. Last week we previewed the ABC's fall lineup. Today we're going to be previewing the CBS fall lineup, and we have a sneak peek. So some of the returning shows that we have are The Big Bang Theory, 2.5 Men starring Ashton Kutcher, and then of course all those NCIS times 2, MI, whatever, all those shows.
Sure, you got all the mixes that they go on with that. So it's.
And then we have 4 new shows that are coming. And the first one we're going to talk about is Partners, which are the creators of Will and Grace.
Yep, exactly. And what they did is they did Will and Grace, and now they've come back with this show. And the premise behind it basically is their life, the 2 creators of Will and Grace. And it's 2 friends who grew up together. Now they live together. One's gay, one's straight, and they're both in relationships. And they kind of struggle with their future and in the jobs that they're in and everything. And you know, we kind of talked about this earlier between breaks. This is Will and Grace.
It is.
If anybody who liked Will and Grace is going to like this show, I think. It seems kind of a flat comedy, very direct, no hidden, dry humor or anything like that. It's right to the point. And I think anybody who's had a friend growing up the entire time, I mean, we've all had that, that lived with one at some point, is going to familiarize with this show at some point.
And we have different views on it. You don't think it's going to last, and I think it's going to be a funny show.
I think we've seen Will and Grace so long that it's, you know, kind of ran its course. I could see it being a good show down the road, but I think out of the new lineup we have, I think this one's going to be the weakest.
All right. And so...
And it's got David Krumholtz. It doesn't have... you know, we remember him most from Numbers.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's not really a strong supporting cast, just one person that's really well known in this show.
All right.
Yeah.
So our next show is Vegas with Dennis Quaid, and it's kind of Wild Wild West meets the Mafia.
That's right.
My opinion is it should just be made into a movie. That's it.
It's got Dennis Quaid in it. I'm sorry. Dennis Quaid can support a TV show for 9 seasons by himself. You could just literally show Dennis Quaid on camera, and he could not say anything. He could just sit there for like 3 hours like...
I don't know.
I'm Dennis Quaid.
I don't know.
I mean, you could watch that all day.
The whole Wild Wild West,
It's got a great premise behind it. I mean, it's, you know, coming in to Vegas, the start of Vegas. It was great. You know, we saw, you know, Deadwood and all these Prohibition-style shows and movies come out. I think it's going to do really well right now. I think it was a wise time for them to launch this kind of show.
All right, I guess we'll have
to Michael Chiklis, you know.
As a mafia.
Yeah, I don't really want to watch him. But
all right. Our next one is Elementary, which is like Sherlock Holmes, right?
I think this is the best show coming out of this lineup, really. A smart comedy drama that I think a lot of people are going to like. If you liked House, you're going to love this show. It's just a smart humor. It's got Lucy Liu in it. You know, she's kind of the flagship person because Johnny Lee Miller, who plays Sherlock Holmes, is not really known for very much. A lot of theater. He was actually almost cast as James Bond instead of Daniel Craig, actually. But he you know, he brings exactly what this show needed to, I think.
And it's the humor is witty. Like I was just I was blown away by it, and I'm actually really interested in seeing this. So
I'm stoked about this.
And our 4th show, which I completely forgot about, and you wrote it down, thankfully, was Made in Jersey.
That's right. Stephanie March is the only name that anybody will familiarize with, and they won't know it until you say she was Alexandra Cabot from Law and Order SVU.
Is she the one that plays the mom in the show?
Yeah, she's the main character. She is the lawyer that comes from Jersey to New York.
The underdog.
The underdog that, you know, it's Fran Drescher decides to do law. I mean, let's be honest with it. But, you know, we only have that one character. Everybody else is new to TV. But it does bring that Law and Order courtroom style to TV. And it's just like one long Law and Order courtroom session. So.
See, it reminded me of Legally Blonde with Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, very much so. Very much
except
so,
with the Jersey accent.
Exactly.
All right, well, thanks so much.
Not a problem.